Welcome, punters, to another edition of the CGF and Beaver Racing Show, proudly brought to you by Betezy.com.au. Well, we've got no CGF this week, but we bring back the great Jakey. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. I'm good.
Very good. Welcome back.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get the second call up. I've been brushed for a couple of weeks, but I'm back now. I'm ready to tip a few winners.
Yeah, no, CGF, sorry fans couldn't make it. After a couple of good weeks of tipping, CGF, oh mate, he's out of town partying apparently.
Yeah, I've heard you boys have been in good form. Hopefully we continue the streak, eh?
Mate, CGF again and the Beaver, both their bets got up, duly saluted. We put you on to Catkins and a couple of other winners there, so I won't boast, mate.
Yeah,
the Beaver's on fire again as well. And I beat CGF again last week, so sorry CGF, mate. You're trying, you're doing well, but you're just not good enough, champ.
Loves talking himself up. Loves talking himself
Me?
up. Yeah,
you're kidding. Anyway, great days of racing on Saturday, both at Melbourne and a couple of good races in Sydney, but Melbourne is the highlight with the Blue Diamond Stakes.
3 Group 1s there on Saturday.
3 Group 1 races, so there's plenty to punt on and plenty of good prices and plenty of open field. So if you can get a few winners, I think you'll go home with a pocket full of money.
Certainly is, and we're here to help.
All right, let's kick it off at Caulfield, starting off with race 6, the Futurity Stakes over 1,400 metres. Pretty open field here. What do you like?
Mate, moment of change will lead again. But I reckon it's the greatest lay of all time. Punters, I give it absolutely none. I think ball points are moral. I think it drops in weight significantly from last start. Well, not too much actually, but 1.5 kilos. It's a real versatile horse. It can either go forward or go back. I imagine that it'll go forward. It'll either sit outside moment of change or sit just behind it. And if that's the case, I don't think moment of change will know where it went. There's not much else that can win. Sizzling will get back and run on. It looks like it's come back to its best after moving to Waller in that last run. It ran on nicely, but it might need another run. It might get too far back behind these. Pinwheel's just too old. Anyone that backs it's got rocks in their head. Sartorius is a resuming stayer. Smoke and Joey can't win. Clear for Action can't win. Polanski's a resuming stayer who I'll follow later on. But I just think it's a dead set race in 2 and moment of change has got none. So I think ball point's a real good thing, punters. I think it's the best bet of the day at Caulfield.
Yeah, I think moment of change had everything go its way last start, led on a leader bias track. Hopefully that won't be the case on the weekend. Bull point probably just sit behind it, as you say, and Bull point will probably just be a little bit stronger than what someone like Eurozone was that was probably looking for a touch further. So, yeah, I'm going Bull point as well, Jakey. So we agree first up there on Saturday. Race 7, mate, the big one, the Group 1, Blue Diamond Stakes over 1,200 metres. Barrier draws haven't been the most favourable to the early favourite. Can she win?
I think she can. I'm not saying she can't. I won't be on her myself. But I don't think the 15's as big a query. I know we were speaking about it before. The 15's not as big a query as most people are trying to make out that it is. There's only one turn at Caulfield. They're going around the 1,200. I can see her being 3 wide, which will make it tough for her, but she can still do it. In saying that, I think Rubik's going to be very, very, very difficult to beat. I think from barrier 10, he's going to roll across, whether he sits outside the lead or sits outside Naeli early. Naeli's going to bring him across from the 9. Boomwa's going to want to go forward, and I think Earthquake has to go forward if she wants to win. I think she has to do that. So, I can see him getting the 1-1 trail. It sounds silly considering he's coming from barrier 10, but mate, I think he'll get the 1-1 trail, and if that's the case, or even if he just sits outside the leader and makes it hard for Earthquake, I think he'll be winning. That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go for Earthquake. I tipped it a couple of weeks ago. I was super impressed by its run. I think it might be just a bit stronger horse at this stage.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably the one that can sit outside and do a bit of work and still win. I think it's $3.70-ish now. I think you'll probably get $4 on the day, and at $4, I'm willing to risk the barrier and take the odds.
Well, mate, they ran it some ridiculously slow section of that first 600. They still ran the same time. That just tells you how quick that she really sprinted off that turn there.
Yep.
And she did it easily. Like we both know, he half eased up on her on the line. I thought she was really impressive, I must say. But the 15 compared to the 10 with this horse worries me. I just want to say before we go on to the next race, there's a horse there called Malaguera. It's about 30 to 1, 40 to 1. I reckon it can dead set. I reckon it can dead set run a race. I'm not saying it can win. I don't think anything can win other than the two favourites. But I think it can dead set run a race and should go in all multiples. It's 40-1.
So we picked 2 and 12 for the trifecta players.
Yeah.
Jake, you're throwing in the 10 as a chance.
Throwing in the
what
10.
other 1 or 2 would you throw in,
mate? I think Chivalry is a dead set chance. I know that's the 3 favourites there, but Chivalry can do something. And like I said, Malaguera number 10, Brad Rawilla for Wes Hunter. He's not a bad trainer. That Wes Hunter. He's a young bloke. He's a good trainer. Yeah, I think that horse can run. I think that horse can run a race. So
yeah, and the Beaver's going to throw in Jabali.
Fair enough.
So you can throw those 5 in your box trifectas or the likes.
I think you'll be collecting.
Perfect. Race 8, the Oakley Plate over 1,100 metres. This has brought together a rather large field, but a rather classy field as well, Jake, with plenty of chances and potentially a favourite that looks to be slightly under the odds, according to Beaver. What's your take on the race?
Mate, I completely agree. It always attracts a capacity field, the Oakley Plate. It's always a great race.
Mind you, Jakey, just to let you know, Beaver did tip Lincoln Ruby last start when it won.
Yeah, of course.
You would have heard it on the show, of course, fans.
Look, I think it'll struggle. I think it'll struggle on Saturday, Lincoln Ruby. You go through its form, and it beat Iconic, he's just not up to Iconic's not up to this grade. It's in the race itself, and it's not up to the grade. It tells you it's 50-60 to 1. It should be 2,000 to 1. And First Command, who's an 8-year-old now, and he's never really measured up to this grade himself either. And he's an 8-year-old. I couldn't have Lincoln Rupee. Had everything go its way there last start. Walked in front, booted away on the turn on a leader bias track, made it hard for anything to make ground. And I know it flogged him, but it was entitled to. Mate, I think there's going to be a lot of speed on, and I'm looking at horses like Shamal Wind I've got on top. I think it's going to be really hard to beat from the 2. I think it'll sit a lot closer. In which case, if you can get a run clear run on the turn, I think it'll be very hard to beat. Ryan Maloney is on board, and mate, he couldn't get to. I don't know how he's got to 52.5. I really don't know how he's done it. He struggles to get to 54. So for him to get to 52.5, she must be flying.
Yep.
And I think she's going to be really tough to beat. I think Bell Sprinter's always hard to beat as well. Goes like a bomb first up.
I thought Bell Sprinter was a good chance at $13.
Yeah, it will, mate. He's 5 from 6 first up. His only failure was last campaign when Sam already absolutely destroyed him in the Moya Stakes there at Moonee Valley.
Just doesn't want to miss the kick.
And he missed the start by 2 lengths. Yeah. And he was in barrier 1 and made it hard for him. His next run after that was enormous. He went absolutely enormous at Moonee Valley in the Manikato. And then he was. I think he might have come to the end of his tether there at Flemington. He's a horse that does have issues, and I think that's why first up he really flies.
Yep.
And mate, I think he could do something as well. I'm looking at Shamal Win, Bell Sprinter. I know you like one that I also like, so I'll let you go into that.
Yeah, the Beaver's going to go for Noida. I thought so far this preparation is been outstanding, but last start was just unbelievable. The way it put him away at Mornington. I know it's Mornington, but there were some handy horses in that race. Some of them are in this race, like Richie's Vibe, and it just destroyed him on a Lea de Bias track there, and it come down the mid, sat wide, come down the middle of the track, and just had a turn of foot that only good horses have.
Yeah, exactly right.
So I think it's drawn in 5. James McDonald's on board at $6.50. That's enough for me. That's a Beaver value bet at $6.50, mate. You know how I love the value. So there's another one. And I do like that. And yeah, Shamal Wind is one of my favourites. And my old mate, the Gump, he loves the Shamal Wind, so I'm guessing he'll be on that. But yeah, that's me, no doubt for me, mate.
Look, yeah, like I said, Lincoln Rupee, it's the lay.
Perfect. All right, so there's the 3 races at Caulfield that we're going to review, and we'll move over to Randwick. Just looking at one race at Randwick on Saturday, and that's race 7, the Apollo Stakes. Sees Bobbin come back for its second start this preparation after possibly a little disappointing first up, albeit not a lot of luck in running, the impressive appearance, and there's a few other chances in the race as well. What do you like?
Mate, I can't tip anyone to do anything in this race. Bobbin, you got to forgive. You have to. I know I'm one of its biggest fans, but he was nothing. To say he was ordinary is putting it lightly. Last start, appearance was about half a length in front of him when he got clear room. Now I know he got shuffled back and whatever else. He struggled to get out, but he gave appearance maybe a length, and she ended up beating him by 3.5. Mate, I struggle to be able to back him, but I must say it's going to be very difficult. If I bet in the race, I couldn't leave him out. And really, the only other thing that I could tip is appearance. So, mate, it's a stay out race for me.
Yeah, I'm going Bobbin. Look, if you turn back your mind to last preparation, it'll be $1.20 shot in this race.
Yeah, I agree.
So if you can forgive one run, which I'm willing to do, it did get back, did get out of its ground, did get knocked around, and just didn't look comfortable at any stage.
Agree.
So if it can produce anywhere near what it did last preparation, it will be winning this race and winning quite comfortably. So at $2.90, you're still not getting bad odds.
I agree. That's the thing. The price there, you know, take away that first up run and you're $1.50. You know, in all honesty, if you take out that first up run and appearance is $8, I know it's hard to do after it happens, but the one thing I say that is in appearance's favour is the fact that the track's there's going to be a give in the ground.
Yep.
She loves the cut in the track, and unless it's really hot, it's been warm here today in Sydney. Unless it's really hot again tomorrow, there's still going to be a bit of cut in the track, and that's going to suit her. So that's something for her as well.
Good one. What else you got for us, mate? Any other tips?
Mate,
before the Beaver gives the fans the real tips, mate, we'll see what you got.
I've got a few for the weekend.
Oh, beauty.
Just to start off, Sydney race 1 Greco each way at around the $10 mark. I think of John Hawkes. I thought it went okay in its first start. It'll improve for the run. It'll go forward and give you a side. Look, it's $10. I'm not saying it's a certainty, but it can dead set win. I think Fiorente will be winning race 5 in Melbourne, and if it doesn't, rule a line through it because these horses that it's racing there on Saturday are no good.
It's good odds at the moment.
In all honesty, $2.25. I know it sounds silly, but $2.25 is a great price. It really
I looked at that today and I went, you can get $2.30.
Yeah, we'll see that. It's just that's a great price.
And I was trying to find. I was talking to someone in the office and I thought, I can't find anything to win beat it in this race. Like four tellers, second favourite.
Exactly right. Four teller went all right last start. Don't get me wrong, but
it's not allowed on the same racetrack.
Yeah, exactly right. There, Fiorente's a Melbourne Cup winner, and mate, it's a star. Fiorente, it'll be winning. Melbourne race 4. There's a horse called Bring Something. It's about $6.50. It was luckless last start over a 1400 metre race that Thunder Fantasy happened to win. Now Thunder Fantasy, I've got a big opinion of that horse of Anthony Cummings. It goes really good. It sat 1-1, Bring Something. They couldn't get out in the straight. The jump to 1800 metres is really going to suit it. And it's racing against the favourites. The favourite's a horse called Deliberate, who's a last start maiden winner going into a Group 2. Villanova's a dead set non-winner.
Yep.
There's a horse called Alphabet who was a last start benchmark 64 winner. They're the three runners in the market. I can't understand how it's $6.50. It should dead set be $3. Just on the fact of the price, I think it'll be winning. I think it'll be winning. It's a really good bet. Also, Melbourne race 3, a horse called Marianne.
Yes,
who dead set ran sectionals that you'd never believe there at Caulfield on that on-pace track the same day Lankan Rupee won. Nothing could make ground. It got back to last, got the run through the middle and only just missed. I'm trying to think of the horse who beat it, but mate, it's a dead set good thing. I think it's a dead set good thing, and it's the best of the day in Ballpoint there at Melbourne. They're more.
Jakey, have you had IT hacking my computer?
No, mate. I don't. Trust me, I don't follow anything YouTube. I might rule a line through it now.
I am very nervous that my computer's being hacked because I was just about to roll out to the fans my best bet of the day, and Marianne was it, and I was going to put Fiorenté down as a moral. So you're killing me. You're trying to take over the star of the show.
Oh, please, the star.
That's it, mate?
Just a quick little shout out from the Scotsman. The Scotsman's best bet is Bobbin. So he's with the Beaver there. He's got it as his best bet of the day. He says it will be winning. He said, forget the first up run, it'll be winning. So that's from the Scotsman.
Yep. So Scotsman's Boban. Jakey's giving you heaps there. Beaver's best bet, Marianne. You've hacked me there. Fiorenté will be winning. And the CGF, he likes Earthquake in the Blue Diamond. So that's it, Jakey. There's plenty of winners there. Plenty of confidence from you, mate, which I like to see. Beaver, he just exudes confidence.
Always
so there's plenty of winners out there, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show. And happy punting on Saturday. And remember, get on to betezy.com.au. Got all your prices. We'll have the best prices out there on the weekend. So get on, have a bet, and best of luck.
Good luck.
Ciao for now.